Psalm chapter 1 verse 6 concludes this profound passage with a simple yet powerful declaration. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. This verse captures the essence of divine omniscience and justice, highlighting the ultimate fate of both the righteous and the ungodly based on their chosen paths. The phrase, "For the Lord knows the way of the righteous," indicates a deep, intimate understanding. The word knows here goes beyond mere awareness. It implies a relationship, akin to an attentive shepherd who is deeply familiar with his flock. This knowing is not passive but active, suggesting ongoing care, guidance, and protection. For the righteous, who walk in accordance with God's laws and seek to live a life pleasing to Him, this relationship is their assurance. They are never alone or unnoticed by God. Their efforts to live rightly are seen and supported by Him. This knowing also carries a sense of approval and acceptance. The paths they choose, characterized by adherence to God's word and a commitment to His principles, align them with His will, and thus they are under His watchful eye. Their way, marked by righteousness, leads to a continued and sustaining relationship with God, one that offers stability and security amidst the uncertainties of life. In stark contrast, the latter part of the verse, "But the way of the ungodly shall perish," presents a somber reality. Here, perish does not merely suggest physical death, but implies a total and ultimate ruin, a loss of everything that matters. The path of the ungodly, marked by a rejection of God's laws and an indifference to His sovereignty, leads to destruction. This is not because of a vindictive divine response, but is a natural consequence of choices that align with decay and death rather than life and growth. The ungodly, in choosing their path, essentially choose isolation from the life-giving relationship with God. Their way, devoid of the guidance and support of the Creator, is unsustainable and ultimately leads to their downfall. This is depicted not with joy or gloating, but as a tragic, inevitable result of their choices. This verse serves as both a comfort and a warning. For those committed to a life of righteousness, it is a comforting assurance that their way is known and cherished by God. They are not navigating life's complexities alone. They are recognized and accompanied by God Himself, who values and supports their efforts to live according to His will. For others, it stands as a stark warning about the consequences of living apart from God's ways. It challenges readers to reflect on the direction of their own lives. What path are they on? Is it sustainable? Does it lead to life and growth or to ruin and isolation? Furthermore, the distinction between the two paths underlines the importance of choices and their impact on one's eternal destiny. It reaffirms that life is not a series of random events, but a journey marked by moral and spiritual decisions that shape not only individual destinies, but also influence the broader community and society. In a broader sense, this verse encapsulates a key biblical theme: God's intimate involvement in the lives of those who follow Him and the tragic destiny that awaits those who choose to ignore His laws. It emphasizes that God's involvement in human affairs is characterized by both justice and mercy. He is not a distant observer, but a present, active participant in the lives of individuals, guiding, nurturing, and correcting as needed. As this psalm closes, the reader is left with a profound sense of the importance of aligning one's life with God's will. It underscores the need for continual self-examination and commitment to a path that leads to life. This is the way of wisdom, the way of security, and ultimately the way that leads to an enduring legacy.